Hi, I'm Brad, and I like to spill beans. In my previous video, I promised I would be showing up information on HTC's upcoming product. HTC is well known for their hit products such as the HTC Vive Tracker, and the HTC Vive Tracker 3.0, and the HTC Vive Facial Tracker. I think that's it. But they've been kind of teasing a new headset for quite a while now. Probably about 2 months, and they don't seem to have any idea when they're going to fully unveil it, and they just keep getting teasers, and people are getting more upset. Well, don't worry, I've been gathering information for the past 2 months and trying to talk to many sources to get a clear picture of what they are about to announce. And that's what this video is all about. So we are going to call this video or leak the HTC Vive Flowcus, a modular headset that will actually release, unlike some headsets that have been promised for a couple years and have not seen the light of day. But first, a disclaimer. All the specifications and info you're going to see in this video come from many industry sources, mostly in the supply chain, that I had to compare and contrast to get a full picture of what things are going on. It's not as easy as the actual sources I got for the Meta products, which I was able to literally get listed from very reliable sources. But I'm very, very certain that a lot of these things you're going to see here are pretty much the final information because I trust a lot of these sources that I did compare and contrast from. And the supply chain is always reliable. So while I could have done this video just with a boring spec sheet and really just some like crappy drawings of what the device will fully look like, I decided I wanted to one-up that proposal and work together with my good friend Marcus Kane, who is an industrial designer and does some really great renders. He worked with me many months ago to create this render of some images I've seen back when the Quest Pro was a lot more hidden and not in the full light. And all those things came out to be true. The difference between that leak and the leak you're about to see here is I actually got full pictures I was able to save. I'm not distributing those. And it looked like they were in some sort of like clean room, a multiple stack of different HTC headsets. And I was able to share those with Marcus Kane to recreate them because those headsets had a lot of markings on them that I think would give away who leaked out those photos to me. So while the renders you're about to see of the new HTC device are very close, there will be some artistic liberties going on here because I was not able to see every angle nor ask for more photos. So keep that in mind. And here it is. Marcus Kane again did a fantastic job on this render. And this is basically what I like to call the HTC Vive Flowcus. It's pretty simple here. It's taking the concepts used in the HTC Vive Flow that released, I believe, last year to a very quiet cricket audience. They're trying to kind of make that a more useful product for, I guess they're partnering with Audi or something to do some driving headset. I don't know. But this is actually an interesting product, and I'm going to explain why in this entire video. So let's start with the front. You'll notice there's an interesting camera array here. I was told by many sources that there are 4 black and white tracking cameras and 1 RGB pass-through camera. This might sound very familiar. It seems like all these headsets are coming out in the near future that are for the consumer base are using 1 RGB with 4 tracking cameras. Best example probably is the Pico 4, which people were saying that they were copying Meta. But the truth is that there's probably some sort of reference design being given out there by probably Gore-Tex or something, and these companies are just using it. So they are actually including controllers for the standalone mode, but they are the same controllers as the ones coming with the Focus 3, which is also one reason why I'm calling this the Flowcus. It seems that even the software and all the operating system running on this device is more close to the Focus 3 than the actual Vive Flow, which was very limited in functionality. We'll talk a little bit more about that later in this video. So again, talking about the actual pass-through camera, I did say in my last video that there were a lot of OpenXR strings being added to SteamVR related to this pass-through mode. So I don't know how much developers will be able to tweak with this, but they are opening that up for people, and it's already in SteamVR, which is very interesting because SteamVR is very PC focused, right? Yeah. And here's a good side view. It has a removable facial interface, nothing too special there. But if we go into the bottom, we'll see a physical IPD adjust, which means you can actually move the lens closer and farther to your face because they're using separated displays. And those displays are 1920 by 1920 per eye LCDs, and they are running up to 120 Hertz. They are using very similar optics to what they're using in their current Vive Flow product. It's the standard pancake lenses, which allow the very thin form factor. One interesting thing is if you wear glasses and you have myopia, this does have the built-in diopter being transferred to this device from the Vive Flow. So you can adjust that based on how strong your myopia prescription is. One thing you're not going to see in this render, because I wasn't able to get a clear picture, but I was told by a multitude of different sources that there's actually a USB-C port inside this area, somewhere within this facial gasket area, that would seem to provide an upgrade to something. I can't really confirm what that will be used for, but they're just kind of adding that there. But my mind immediately wonders if they're going to have an eye tracking attachment later on. This device does not have eye tracking built in, so if you're looking for that, I'm sorry to say, that's not in. If we look at the side here, there's some interesting other gimmicks going on that I think are pretty neat. I did say this is a modular device, so let's jump into what that means. So you'll notice at the back that there is a giant cradle. You use a dial to adjust and loosen it. Very simple, very similar to all the other headsets who have dials to adjust these things. But if you look in the middle here, you might notice there seems to be what looks to be a weird port connection going on between a USB-C and basically a male and female port going together. But you can actually disconnect the battery and go into what's known as a glasses mode, which this will leave the empty daughter port, which will allow you to connect to a different power source, or even what seems to be a PC. So you can have a super light glasses form factor without the heavy battery on the back and use that for different purposes, which is a really neat design. And it even gets further, because if you want to bring this with you, these arms will actually fold up as a pair of glasses while in this glasses mode. Doesn't fold up when you have the cradle attached, obviously, but in this mode, you can just fold it up and slip it into a pocket, purse, or bag. It also includes built-in stereo speakers, which is pretty common, and every standalone device is expected to have that these days. Really, any consumer device should have some sort of built-in audio, unless you're PSVR 2, which is still pretty shocking that you have to use earbuds, which I don't really prefer. But for the most part, yeah, it's got built-in stereo speakers. Quality we don't know about, but just have it there for good reason. Now, finally, this is the most interesting part. If nothing else kind of like persuaded you to be interested in this device, or maybe you are interested for other reasons, there is one thing that I wasn't able to confirm which chip is inside this standalone device. The Vive Flow 1 had an XR1 chip, I believe, which basically made it couldn't do anything by itself. They expected you to plug in an Android phone to do all the powerful work together with the headset. But I've been told by so many people that this headset is expected to have a much faster chip than the one in Quest 2. And the fact that the timing of this headset's coming out around the same time, or at least after Snapdragon Summit, which is this week actually, and I've said in previous videos that they're supposed to be announcing a true successor to the XR2, which is going to be known as XR2 Gen 2, be on a brand new mode, or up to 2.5 to 3 times better GPU per wattage of the XR2 Gen 1. And when people tell me that there's going to be a much faster chip in this device, and it's going to be releasing actually next year, I'll talk a little bit about that in a second, it makes me wonder if they will be one of the first devices to adopt the XR2 Gen 2. Now, again, this is speculation. I was never able to confirm which chip is in this device, but everyone keeps telling me that it's a much faster chip than Quest 2. So we'll see. So again, yeah, this is the HTC Vive Flowcus, a modular headset that will actually release. And I've been told that they are targeting early 2023, and they are doing what is called a consumer target pricing. I was not able to nail down numbers. There was a bunch of different ranges people thought they were going to do, but they're kind of different. But everyone seems to be saying under $1,000. But this is HTC again. They don't have a ton of money to subsidize products, so it wouldn't surprise me if that under $1,000 is something like $800, which is kind of on the ballpark of their other products that they've sold for consumers or prosumers. But we'll see. I don't have that information. Some people also believe that they're going to actually unveil this thing fully at CES. And if I'm allowed to see it, they might not let me see it because of this video. Because I'll be going to CES, then other YouTubers by that time will be able to tell you how it is. So yeah, that's pretty much all we have for this video. I hope it was very educational and give you an idea what this product is, and if you might be more interested in it now or not interested in it. Worked very hard for the past month to get this information, and I hope it's as close to the final information of this product as possible. Special thanks to all my Patreons, especially my mega patrons you see here. They are giving me $25 a month to keep doing this corporate, non-corporate, I'm not part of a corporation, but espionage. It's fun. It's like a detective game every day. And if you want to give me money, go to bradsmells.com/Patreon. Or if you like this video, comment, subscribe. Yeah, that's it. Bye.